Maxine, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be talking about how I think I was able to get the Director's Scholarship to Ateneo, and also give some tips on extracurriculars, academics, and also the application to help you guys out in hopes to get a scholarship to Ateneo or even your dream universities as well.
Hi, so I'm currently editing this video and I forgot to mention that this is how I personally think I got the scholarship. However, I do know a lot of people who got the scholarship who did different things than me, who got different grades than I did and did other extracurriculars. So definitely keep that in mind. You do not need to do exactly what I did to get the scholarship, but this is just to help you guys and kind of guide you to see what maybe you can try to do to get the same scholarship as I did, or maybe even more than what I got. So yeah, okay, back to the video.
Since I do not know the full 100% reason as to why I got the Director's Scholarship, I'll be breaking this video down into 3 parts: extracurriculars, academics, and then also the college application. And in each part, I'll also be giving some tips to help you guys out. If you guys want to see a specific part of the video or just go back to it in the future, all of the timestamps are in the description, so definitely check it out. So without further ado, here's the video! For extracurriculars, I did my own thing, and the reason for this is because I wanted to show the universities that I was applying to, especially Ateneo, that if you detached me from my high school, I would still be the same girl, I would still be the same person, I would still create my own opportunities, and I would still be the same person, even if you placed me into a new environment that is not high school. So that's what I wanted to show them. But for my extracurriculars, I honestly focused on depth and not width. So what do I mean by that? I have a passion for promoting education and helping other students out with education. That's why I am currently doing TikTok and this YouTube channel to help you guys out with college applications and study tips. But before I had my TikTok and my YouTube channel, I had a blog, a podcast, and an Instagram account. The blog and podcast were primarily focused on the same topics, which were self-development and also study habits, study tips. While as for the Instagram that I had, it was more to help people understand business tips so that they would be able to create their own businesses, be inspired by other business owners and CEOs. I would create like little Canva posts to post there, and I was able to get 1,000 followers there. So I was able to help, I think, around that many people. Fingers crossed that I was able to help that many people. And aside from that, I also took online courses, 2 from EDX. If you've seen my Instagram, you would probably have seen that I took like 20 plus courses. However, the only certificates I was allowed to write down that I took were from EDX, because I took those before the application period. So the courses I took was Harvard Contract Law and Michigan Negotiation Skills. Why did I take those? The reason why I took those was to show depth into my interest for legal management in Ateneo. And luckily and thankfully, I was able to get into my first choice, which is legal management. So yeah, with my extracurriculars, I wanted to show both my interest in the course that I wanted to take and also my interest in the advocacy I had, which is education. But of course, I did do some volunteer work in my school too. So I also did like leadership positions too in my school. I was the ABM Strand representative in the student council in grade 12. That was okay. Like, I wouldn't, I don't know if that helped, but yeah, it was okay. It was an okay experience. I was a vice president in grade 11 for a classroom. Then I was also a grade 9 batch spiritual chairman in my old school. Then other volunteer stuff I did was, I did a lot of like host work. I made PowerPoints for the fair bidding committee. I did a few posters. I did sales committee. I did a lot of sales committees actually, like selling for Valentine's Day sales in my school, things like that. So I was also able to show my interest in ABM and all things ABM through being like an ABM Strand representative and also joining the ABM like sales type of activities too. I honestly don't remember if I did more. I honestly think I did more, and if I did do more, I did not place it. I also placed, I think, on my extracurriculars that I did archery, but I used it as like a hobby. I was not a competitive person in archery. So, you know, you guys don't need to be like going abroad and like competing internationally, because I didn't compete internationally. I don't think I was qualified to even like compete within the country too, or within the NCR too. So definitely what I'm trying to tell you guys is that focus on what interests you. Create depth with your own passion projects. Try to build your own passion projects and showcase your interests, showcase your heart, showcase your advocacies through there. As long as you show what you're passionate about through your depth and not your width, you'll be able to, I think, showcase more who you are as a person, what your passions are, what interests you, if you're really fit for the university. Those are some of the things that they could also be looking for. So really, overall, the tip I have for extracurriculars is to find what you're passionate about and then just build from there. Because it honestly feels really good when you start your own thing. Like, for example, when I started my own blog and I reached like 33 countries, I was so ecstatic about it. And in my Instagram, when I reached 1,000 on my business account, I felt extremely ecstatic and happy. So definitely try those out, because it would also be a good experience for you to have. So by doing that and by doing all of the things I was passionate about, I think I was able to show what type of person I am, who I was going to be in the community of the Ateneo. So definitely find what you're passionate about, find your depth, try your best to just do what interests you, because honestly, at the end of the day, that's what's most important. Okay, now time for academics. For academics, I think it was okay. Like I like to think that my academics were pretty okay. Was I rank 1 in my entire batch? No, I was not. Was I rank 1 in my strand? Yes, I was rank 1 in my strand, but overall in the batch, I was rank number 3. Yeah, I was rank number 3. And as for my studies, my like GPA and stuff, like, you know, just yeah, I get so awkward when I talk about grades, but I kept it at above a 4. I tried my best to keep my cumulative GPA above a 4 from grade 9. Well, in grade 9, my old school did it numerically, but in my current school that I graduated from, it was based on like the 4.0 system, so I was able to keep it above like a 4, yeah. As for numeric, I kept it above a 95, yeah, without going too much into detail. Yeah. So for the tip I have for academics, it's really just to do your best. And one of the best tips I've ever received for academics was to really just aim to be a better student than you were the day before. Do the best you can, be the best you can, and the end result is really so rewarding. For example, if one day you get a 12 out of 15 on a quiz, then your goal for the next day is to get maybe a 13 over 15. Really do your best to just get at least 1 point higher, 1 mark higher, 1 grade higher than you did yesterday. And sometimes it's not even just about grades. It can also be participating in the classroom, where you were able to participate a lot more times, and the times that you did participate, you got more correct answers than you did before. So really, it's just about improving. I do know that improvement is a gradual process. It's not overnight. So definitely be kind to yourselves and just work from there. You guys have what it takes. And as long as you guys are improving and just doing your best, that's honestly the best thing to do. I'll do another video more in depth on study tips, but really, the main tip I have for studying is to just be a better student than you were yesterday. Do your best to get 1 grade higher each time, to maintain a perfect score if you are getting perfect scores, to basically one-up yourself. Your biggest competitor is always yourself, no one else. I remember this quote saying, like, you cannot judge a fish based on its ability to climb a tree. So definitely do not base yourself on other people, on other people's standards. It should just be on your standards and your improvement. So trust me, the fact that you're trying your best and you're doing your best to improve, I'm really proud of you guys. So yeah, I guess just try your best, keep your grades as high as you can, and continue to improve, continue being hungry to get higher marks and higher grades, and you'll be okay. Now we're gonna talk about the application. I did not apply for the Director's List Scholarship. Sometimes I'd get messages asking if I applied for it, or I'd see comments if I applied for the scholarship I received. I did not apply for the scholarship I received. The director's list is the top 200 students, and on my letter it said the top 200 students that stood out academically and in terms of extracurriculars. So definitely look out for your academics and your extracurriculars, and I think you guys will be fine. So now for the application proper, I used the Education site to apply for Ateneo, and basically they asked for my background information, the essay, 3 recommendations, one from my principal, then one from a homeroom advisor or guidance counselor, and then another from a teacher. So definitely try to think about who you think can write a really strong recommendation for you, because I think that also helped me out with the director's scholarship, because the teachers I chose were ones that I think really knew me the best and knew who I was as a person. So I definitely recommend start thinking of it now. And I recommend that your teachers that you choose to have for your recommendation comes from either grade 11 or grade 12. Grade 10 is like okay, but it's better to have whoever was the closest teacher you can. Grade 11 is still okay, and then grade 12 is still okay, so definitely try your best to find teachers there. Oh, also for recommendations, I also recommend to give teachers at least 1 week. At minimum 1 week. If you can give more, that's great, but try to give teachers at least 1 week to really write a good recommendation. Because if you rush teachers, that's kind of like, you don't know if they're gonna write a really good recommendation if you rush them. So do your best to give them at least 1 week. So the tip I have for the application on the Education site that I use, it's basically to start as early as you can. The reason why I say this is because you have to submit the background information first before it will send out the recommendation forms or link, and also open the essay portion where you can copy and paste or write your college essay. So the tip I have for this is to really start as early as you can, fill out your background information, already know what to fill out, have your documents, your Excel sheet full of your awards and extracurriculars prepared already, so that you won't be scrambling to think back and ask yourself, did I do this before? Did I do that before? What grade did I get? What GPA did I get? Did I get this academic award? You don't want to rush the background information. So definitely do your best to get this part done, because the other parts will not open until that part is done. And also, please double check and triple check that all of your information is correct, because that is most important. You can only submit something once, measure twice, cut once. It's really important that you double check every single thing. I know it might seem tedious, but trust me, it's so much better if you double check everything and make sure everything's right. Then for the essay, if you want to see some general tips I have, link is down below for the essay tips. Since I used a different strategy plus the general tips that I already uploaded, so I'll definitely do another video on that. For the essay, I recommend that you guys start as early as you can to do the essay. This is the topic I had, and it was the same as the previous batches before, so I hope that it's still the same for you guys as well. The tip I have for this is to basically start as soon as you can. Even if that part of the application is not open, already try your best to start writing it. So it's really important that you do not cram the essay. It's better to spend more time on an essay than to just cram it. So yeah, I guess really the tip I have for the application is to not leave anything last minute. And yeah, just make sure that you're in a good mood when you're submitting your application. Because what I did, I made sure that I submitted my application on a day that I felt really confident and good about myself and really positive. So always submit when you feel good. Because when you submit something, when you're feeling happy and positive, I like to think that it also goes to your application and it sends out with your application. So yeah, that can also help too. So yeah, that's how I think I was able to get the Director's List Scholarship to the Ateneo de Manila University. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss when I will upload another video. If you want to find me on other social media, I am at SophiaMXNE on Instagram and TikTok. So definitely follow me on those platforms too. I post a lot of study tips and other content on TikTok, and I also post a lot on my stories on Instagram. So you guys should definitely follow me there too. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly appreciate you guys staying until the very end. I'm wishing you all the best of luck, and I'm praying for the best results for all of you. I believe in all of you, and I hope you guys believe in yourselves as well. Stay positive and remember to smile today. Bye!